You have been writing interesting articles. Last week, I saw you were talking about rules on the Nairobi for the side chick. If I'm not wrong, was that you?
Yeah, it
was.
was.
You see, I've been keeping
Rules
tabs.
of the game.
But today you're here because we want to have a conversation. Why cheating is not a mistake.
Yep.
Why do you think cheating is not a mistake, or do you think cheating is a mistake?
Cheating, according to me, according to my opinion, cheating.
Yeah, because you've been writing quite a lot about that.
Yes. I tend to focus mostly on relationships because there are things that happen and people don't want to talk about.
Yes.
Especially the society, people frown about it. But particularly that article about cheating, in my opinion, cheating is not a mistake because a mistake is something that you just stumble upon.
Mm-hmm.
But cheating is something that people plan. You don't just wake up in the morning and then you decide, oh, okay, today I'm going to meet so-and-so and cheat. This is something that people plan.
Yeah.
People think about it. They plan. It involves planning. It involves feelings. It involves money even because, people plan and go out and book rooms and even have drinks and have some time together. So that is one of the reasons I think cheating is not just something that people just wake up and do it as an accident. No, this is something that people plan. Both gender, male or female.
I want to be the devil's advocate today. While yes, I do know that the people there's premeditated cheating, and some people will say cheating is a choice. And yes, I have said that on air, and I still stand by that. But we've also had instances people have said it's a mistake because I come from a place where I have learned over the years there's physical cheating and there's emotional cheating. Mm-hmm. So when emotional cheating, some people stumble on this. And I want us to be very honest. We have a Diana and a Dennis out here.
Yes.
They are married or they're going out, whatever relationship they have. They've been going through ups and downs. And not that they don't love each other. But all of a sudden, Alex is sliding onto Diana's DM. And Alex has just been talking about, oh, you look nice. Or even that Alex is in the office. So before you realize, Diana is now getting involved with Alex emotionally. And we call that emotional cheating. Can't we say that can be a mistake? It wasn't planned, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm. But it's something that this Diana can think about and say, no, I have a Dennis back home. Now, why am I getting involved so much with Alex? It's something that she can prevent. It's something that she can know.
But emotional cheating, you don't prevent it. It just happens, darling.
I mean, Diana, tell us.
Okay.
In a nutshell,
yes.
What is cheating?
Cheating, as Barbara says, it's physical and emotional.
Paint for us a picture, physical, emotion. Because someone will say, I just flirted with the Duchess. I mean, I just flirted.
I just wrote her message.
It was so harmless.
I didn't sleep with her.
Yeah.
Because flirting is also cheating because, you're involving your minds and your emotions, and then, flirting. There are those flirting there's that flirting that just remains at the table at that emotional and at that emotional cheating. But there's that flirting, we're human beings. There's that flirting that makes you want to go deeper and deeper and you want to go to another level.
Yeah.
Because you're sharing what you're telling this person is the same thing that you normally tell your person. Mm-hmm. Like you look good, I like these, I like your dimples, can we go have coffee, blah blah blah. This is the same thing that you normally tell your person.
Maybe I'm not telling them that, or they're not telling me this, and now this tactic has changed. Have you ever thought about that? I told you today I'm going to be a devil advocate about it because normally Alex, or let's say Dennis Diana, using as an example.
Yes.
Dennis courted you, and there's a way he courted you.
Yes.
Now you're getting an Alex. Alex doesn't court you like that.
Yes, he's doing it a bit differently.
Yes,
the way I want.
Alex respects you. Alex asks for your opinion. Dennis, on the other hand, gives the rules in the house.
Okay, leave Dennis and
you're
go with Alex.
Yes. Yeah, but you're married to Dennis. Or you're going out with Dennis. Are you getting? That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Well, I do agree with you. Cheating is a choice.
Yes.
There are instances. I feel it's a mistake.
It's okay. We can call it a mistake if it happens once. But that those people that are doing this, you're flirting today. You keep flirting for 1 month, 2 months. Come on, a mistake is is something you realize and. You're like, no, I'm not doing good. But you keep on doing it. Much as, the moment you're doing something behind your person, because this, whatever you're doing is not something right.
Yeah.
When you're caught, it's not going to be right.
True.
So that is something that you can prevent.
Is cheating lustful? Can we blame lust on cheating?
Yeah.
So that now we can blame the devil?
No. Those are your bad behaviors. There's something you said. I want to take you back a bit.
Yes.
So you said, yeah, it could be a mistake, but sometimes we repeat this mistake. Now, the reason why
Knowingly.
now the reason why I'm saying it could be a mistake for some people, I have realized that I have crossed the line with Alex, and now even if Nebuchadnezzar found out, I am planning on making amends. Haven't you just said that it's a mistake and some people don't? Now me have decided to change. Can that be considered a mistake?
Okay, what if there are those people who change? People change, yeah?
Yes.
Then they go back to it again. Something about, okay, I don't know, this is my opinion. Something about cheating.
No, you're the
is-
columnist. So today I'm going to be poking holes on what you write.
Something about cheating is they will always do it over and over again.
Yeah.
They will always, okay, I'm sorry, Mama, I'm sorry.
You can't
know,
do it
I
once.
just- I
And then like
don't-
it was a
I
mistake.
don't
It was a
know.
team building. I was drunk. I've had men say that. Imagine, baby, I was drunk.
Yeah.
She's not my type. You've had men say that, and ladies.
I know. You know, she's a.
I was hurt.
Yeah, she's the one who seduced me. You know, she's been wanting me all along. You know, she's been camping in my DM. Please, tomorrow the same thing. These people will always go back to that. So that's why I say it's a decision. People decide. Like, I'm going to flirt with Diana. We flirted in one way or another. But you know, it's something that you know you're doing. This thing you're doing is not a good thing, but you do it anyway.
Okay.
Diana, this was one of my last questions to ask, but I'm just going to ask it now because of what you've said. You want to tell me once a cheat, always a cheat? Like, let's just lay it now, right now, the adults in the room.
Yes,
Safi.
that's what I believe.
Once a cheat, always a cheat.
That person will never go back.
Hold that thought because I need you to come back to explain it further. If you're just joining us, this is SpiceFM. The show is The Adults in the Room. We have a lady, it's called Diana MAKOKHA, a media personality and also a columnist of the Nairobi. And the conversation we are having with her today is why cheating is not a mistake. Diana is of the opinion, it's a choice and not a mistake. 0719-012-600 is the number to call. SpiceFM KE on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter is where we are opining the conversation. If you have a query, a comment for Diana or even for us so that she can actually dig deeper. She's been doing a lot of research about these things. I've been seeing what she's been writing. So today, I said on behalf of those who have cheated, on behalf of those who have questions, we shall be asking them for you.
Online, mobile, and on radio. www.spiceradio.co.ke.
And the topic of discussion today is why cheating is not a mistake. Many of us, and do agree, cheating is not a mistake, it's a choice. But however, I'm cognizant of the fact that sometimes some of us have caught ourselves in situations where we have said the devil has tempted us. We have said we were seduced. I've had people say, niliteleza. Na kuteleza sio kuanguka. I hear some people say, and others says, we can repent. But before we went on the break, there's a statement that was made, and I would like Diana to just highlight it, that once a cheat, always a cheat.
Hapo kwa kuteleza, mtu uteleza kila time. You know, there are those people who
Hapana.
keep
You
on
see, the floor is
telezaing.
slippery
Yeah.
all the time.
But when you've teleza at this time, then tomorrow you avoid this place because you know teleza and anguka.
Thank you. So someone can change. Do you think so?
People rarely change. On cheating, people rarely change.
You don't think
Maybe
so?
one in I don't know how many, because this is something that somebody has done. And do you know people even enjoy cheating?
Yes, I know.
They get a thrill.
They should
Yes.
not. They should not lie to you, because those people who go out there cheating, they do things that they can't do to their people. Mtu ameenda kule amechangamka nini. You want to say something has enjoyed that moment. They will not go back to it again or look for something else to do,
Yeah.
something more than that.
But then what fails them to introduce that to their person? Because I mean, if I am wanting to do this with somebody, why not the person that I am with?
Because, you know, introducing something new to an adult, something that, you know, if it's a kid, okay, mtaanza, pole pole. But this is somebody you've been with for 10, 17 years. How are you going to tell them, you know, like, I want you to do this, no? I want you to put pilipili in tea. Atakuuliza haya, ulikuwa umeenda kukunywa pilipili wapi chai iko na pilipili? You know, where are you taking that tea? Like, where is that idea coming from? So somebody will rather, you know, and then, you know, nowadays the world is a dynamic. We have the internet. People want to try out new things.
Yes.
So unless people are very compatible, you know, that those free people with each other, somebody with the person. Somebody will say, I don't want to introduce this to Mama Nani. I'll rather go out there and look for Barbara or Diana or whoever. So people, mostly cheating people, go out there to experiment and adventure, something that they won't do with the person. And this is why I'm saying they won't do it once.
They don't do it once. I like the fact that you said some of us do it for adventure, for experiment. In your opinion, what are those? Why do people cheat? Why would? And I like the fact that you've been in someone for 17 years. So technically, you're saying they're already bored.
Kinda
bored. So boredom, adventure, experiment has come.
Last also is there. So people cheat for different reasons.
So based on this, you feel that they can't go back to their old ugali and skuma. Okay, I'm using that as an example.
I know. Somebody has tested
But they don't
this.
leave their ugali and skuma.
They won't
still go
leave. They
back.
won't, starting something over it. This is something they do not want to keep.
Oh.
They would rather go back to their ugali.
Even
and
the one
sp-
who
Dana,
was-
you just hurt a woman's feelings
They-
out here. She
Which
has been
Duchess?
cheating with someone.
Even the one that's been happening for 18 years.
They don't want to leave their ugali and skuma or that kaduvia,
Yeah.
They will just go spice up and they still come back. They won't leave. And that's why I'm saying they won't leave and they won't stop cheating.
But there are those ones that leave, bruh. Hey.
They leave for other reasons. Barbara.
Wait, so there are some who leave, but they're not leaving because
But the
of-
leaving
They
percentage is
leave
quite
for other
low.
reasons. They might leave for other reasons, but I don't think because they are not leaving because maybe they found something exciting there. Because
So we they didn't leave for you, who you were cheating with.
no,
They left for something else.
they left for something else.
You've just broken so many people's hearts out here.
Then why can't we effortlessly come to the conclusion, Diana, that we were created to be polygamous? What is this whole monogamy? Where did monogamy come from?
Polygamy and cheating are two different things.
Yes.
Polygamy is, somebody is there. There is, we'll still use the Dennis.
Yes, Dennis.
There is this Dennis here. Dennis has Barbara. He has Miriam. He has Diana. He has Mary and Jane. Official. That's polygamy.
Yes.
But there is this Dennis who has a Diana here. Monogamy.
Diana in Thika Road.
Yes.
Barbara in Kitengela.
Hidden. Diana is known.
Yes.
Diana in Thika Road, known. Okay, Diana is the wife.
Yes.
The official wife, the legal wife.
Yes.
Yes. Bibi ya familia na public.
Yes.
But there is a Barbara hidden in Sukimau.
Yeah.
There is another one hidden in Kitengela.
Yes.
There's another one hidden
In Kilimani. Yeah.
Hidden. That's not polygamy. That's
No,
cheating.
I agree.
Yes.
However, then, can I rephrase my question?
Okay.
Then probably we were not made to be monogamous. Both men and women.
Both men and women.
Yes. We were
Then-
not created for monogamy. Like, we found monogamy in culture, in religion. We found it in schools. We found it, we found it. But honestly, were we really created to just be with one person for the rest of
And
our
then,
lives?
if we do not want to be with one person, make it official. Have 3. Let us know we are 3 here.
But I can't afford it.
If you join the conversation, we are the adults in the room. The Shy Mistress is of the belief some of us were not created to be monogamous. Personally, I think we were created to be monogamous. It's just that we have a lot of lust and bad manners. And this is also goes both ways. Some women do, some men do. And today we have a guest by the name of Diana MAKOKHA. And the conversation is, why is cheating not a mistake? She is of the belief, and we agree with her, that cheating is a choice. But some of you have been telling me, ni shetani alikuingilia. Please let me know how the devil entered into your relationship. Is the adults in the room. It's 9 minutes to the top of the hour, and we're having a conversation with Diana MAKOKHA. She's a columnist of the Nairobian, and today's conversation is why cheating is not a mistake. If we're honest with ourselves, many of us or some of us have found ourselves in this particular dilemma or experience some level of infidelity. Either you are the victim or you are on the other side. You're the one who had been enjoying the fruits of the Garden of Eden, and of course, you were caught on the wrong side. Now, if you're also honest with that, some people have never been caught and they are very good at cheating, or they have cheated before. Some people will tell you, I last cheated 3 years ago, I've never cheated again. Maybe they had an aha moment. So the question I'll put across is, in your opinion, when you said, and I'm going to go back to this, when you said that once a cheat, always a cheat, you don't believe in reforms.
People reform.
Yes, people reform.
Just like they decide to
Wait,
cheat.
ladies. When you talk about reforms, the only thing I think about is prison.
Go away.
So kindly.
But
I don't say rehabilitation.
Even worse.
Yes. So let's talk about reforms.
Just the way people decide, they choose or decide to cheat. They can only reform. They can choose.
Yes.
They cannot reform in court if just because.
See how you're not even believing about this reform. You're even putting it in quotes.
Yeah, because I still don't believe in this. I know. And these people will always go. I'm telling you, the moment umepita pale kwa mutura, then that mutura is sweet. You know, you'll eat your girl in the house, but you still pass there and eat kamutura ka 10 bob.
Yeah.
You know, because
when you're eating your girl, you'll be just thinking about the mutura.
Yeah, you know, because
you really love muturas, both of you. But anyway, story for another day.
So, and then most people they try, as I said, people it's about trying out new things.
Yes.
Adventures. So you won't tell me somebody will just say, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. Then you go back to this. I don't want to use the word boring, but this is somebody you're used to. Then there's somebody else you're going to, just the way you said, you gave an example of a Dennis seducing me in a different way, and then and Alex doing it in a very
Dennis
different
is seducing you the way he seduced you in 1980, 1999.
Yes.
And then you have this other one.
You see, you're agreeing me with me.
Who, when you're at the office, just sends in something. A coffee,
flowers and chocolate.
On lunch, if you know you're dating a Luya woman, send her food.
Ugali and managu,
things, chicken.
So you want to tell me exactly. So you want to tell me this person will be sent food and then say, today I'm not eating chicken.
But you know that is also seduction. Someone has a question for you. Hold on your horses. Hello, Spice. Hello, Spice.
Hello.
Hello. Would you like to stay anonymous?
Let me stay anonymous.
Go ahead. You have a question or a comment?
First, wacha niseme hii conversation inabamba. Kama kuna Champions League na nawasikiza, jueni hii conversation yenu inabamba.
Asante sana.
Haya. Sasa hii story ya cheating, me only have one rule. One rule in this world. There are three things I cannot forgive. One, it's cheating. Two, it's cheating. Three, it's cheating.
What if you're the one who was you done cheating? Would you like to be forgiven?
No. Don't forgive me, by the way. Leave. Because, honestly, what the columnist is saying, by the way, is true. Once a cheater, always a cheater. You know,
I can reform. Nani, I can reform. I can get saved. Do you know how Jesus, you bring Jesus as your personal savior?
Kwanza kuwekelea shetani saa zingine anakuanga stra zake different, katana kuanga tu raundi zake huko, alafu anasikia mtu amemwekelea anasema shetani aliniingia. Kwani it was an accident, you fell down and
my brother, you know the devil comes in the angel of light. He can transform. He can decide to come as a beautiful woman like Karigo to destroy our marriage.
Kwanza Karigo waki. Lakini either way nasema hivi, God has given us the power of choice. Unajua hiyo ndio kitu moja, by the way, God has always given us the power of choice. It's a choice. You wake up in the morning and then you say, for this 1 week I am going to plan this and this, so that the outcome can be that cheating, by the way, like she's just ticking the right boxes, because cheating is doing something you don't want your partner to know. Itakuwa ni Instagram, watu wenye ushinda huko kwa DM zako, ikuwe ni physically, yes, ikuwe ni emotionally, yes. And
nimekusikia hata umebreathe.
Maybe I'm jealous. Yes, but mimi siwezi entertain mtu mwingine akiwa na mtu wangu. Same way siwezi jipeana kwa mtu mwingine nikijua niko na mtu. And that's why I'm very happily single. Ile decision siwezi taka kuingia kwa entanglement yenye itanipatia stress, ati naamka asubuhi na shindwa kai mtu wangu leo naongea na wewe. Let me be single. I am very happy.
Okay.
And I wouldn't even want to be there. But me cheating, let's not blame the devil. Let's not blame whatever it is that we blame it on. Let's just be responsible and own up to our mistakes and say, yes, I did it. And it's a choice that I did. And once that person can understand, by the way, ni aje mtu wangu, hata ukimsamehea leo, kesho kutwa, bado hata reforming hiyo tuseme hapana. That one ni kama paka yako ikikula a chick. If you keep chicken and your cat eats a chick, once imeonja hiyo damu, ni hivyo, wewe jua kuku zako zimeisha tu hivyo. Same way your relationship is done the time the person cheats.
Okay.
Story of forgiveness utasamehewa na Yesu peke yake, lakini mimi personally ngumu kidogo.
Sawa, lakini samea huyo mtu tuna let go.
Let go hiyo nimeachilia, lakini pale pa kusamea let me keep it. I will forget, but I will remember.
Okay, thank you for that. 0719012600 is the number to call. SpiceFM KE on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter is where we are opining on the conversation. What are you reading?
Being cheated on is such a sad situation, even at its worst if it's when somebody that close to you. They said that the one thing I personally can never ever forgive is infidelity. It doesn't matter who the other person is. In any relationship, your number one love should be you. If you love yourself enough, you can never let anyone walk over you. Anyone who cheats on you isn't worthy your anything, because cheating is a choice which you do willingly. No one is coerced into it, Mama G.
If you're just joining in, we are the adults in the room and we are asking you, the other adults, to tell us, do you think cheating is a mistake or it's a choice? 0719012600 is the number to call. SpiceFM KE on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter is where we are opining the conversation. I see the callers on the line. Give me like just 20 seconds and then I will be addressing your messages and picking. And there's something that someone has said, you can't forgive cheating. Surely. And when we come back, Diana, you're going to tell me why people are not forgiving cheaters. People can reform. If people go to jail and reform, if people are rehabilitated, surely, my darlings.
Somebody's, I feel it.
Sugar and spice and everything nice. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Spice FM.
Spice up your life.
A very good evening to each and every one of you. If you're just joining in, this is SpiceFM. The show is the adults in the room. Today's adults are you who's listening, the shy mistress, the Duchess of Ikolomani, and of course, Diana MAKOKHA. We are asking, is cheating a choice or a mistake? And can it be just a mistake? What to huteleza? Hello, Spice.
Hi.
Hi, how are you, sir?
Very well. How are you, ladies?
We are good. Are you staying anonymous or would you like to share your name?
Mysterious.
Okay, mysterious. Go ahead.
Thank you, ladies, for a nice conversation. Let me listen into this version of mine and guide if it is cheating or what.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm married, and I feel for my wife because, you see, ladies handle a lot. They have a lot in their hands. She handles the kids. She handles me. She handles programs for the family. She has a work to do. And by the end of the day, and I'm speaking for many other men, by the way, who will not call you tonight, but they go through the same.
And thank you for making time to call us.
Now, this ends up in arguments in most cases. People don't agree. The wife feels overwhelmed and vents out most of the time, argues, and even ends up in breakages of marriage. How about if somebody keeps, I don't know if keeping is a good word, but if you have a friend, this friend who is single and really you find time, you can share with them, you can vent out to them, and so that by the time you're going home, you're freshened up and you really don't have to overwhelm your wife with issues. Somebody is challenging me that is not cheating.
Fair enough. So you feel that it is not cheating because it's not physical.
Yeah. Well, the boundaries may not be drawn at some point, but
Okay, question. What if the lady was doing the same thing to you? Would you consider it not cheating as well?
it sounds weird when it's about the ladies.
Exactly. Now, here's the thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I say men are selfish.
No,
there
let's
you
g-
go.
No, I'm not going to say
there
that's
you
selfish.
go.
Here's the thing.
But
I
this
would
happens, by
consider
the way,
it
a lot more
emotional.
times, yeah.
I would consider it emotional cheating. And why I would say it's emotional cheating, it's because you clearly are married. And I like the fact that you respect and you know that your wife handles quite a lot, including handling you and the babies and everyone else in that. But the fact that she's supposed to be your support system, she's supposed to be your to-go-to person. Now that you have another to-go-to person that you're being very vulnerable with things that's supposed to be emotional, intimate about, you are opening up to someone who's not your partner. And the fact that you don't want to share it and you're being secretive or discreet, then I think that is cheating. But let's hear also from Diana. You've heard from me and Karigo.
Yeah. And the fact that you don't think that she can do it, it's weird.
Okay, how
How
about
come
you,
it's not
Diana?
weird
You
with
know,
you?
something. Okay, we don't want to say that women don't cheat. Women also
Oh,
cheat.
beyond.
Yeah, they do.
Beyond.
But in this case, is that cheating? What he's asking?
Which cheating?
He's
The
being
non-physical.
Yeah, it is the emotional one.
Yeah.
You know, he's opening up to someone else out there. Okay, I believe that is still cheating because this is something that you're supposed to share with your person. Why are you sharing it with somebody else who's not your person? So I believe this is still, you're still cheating on her feelings. You
What
know?
if my person doesn't have the time?
No, we always should.
Mr.
find
Mysterious.
time.
Yeah.
Mr.
by the
Mysterious,
way.
how did you find yourself in that situation where you started talking to a Diana
She
out
didn't
there?
have the time.
I think
No, let
there's a
it,
question
let him.
Karika has asked which you guys are avoiding. What if your partner doesn't, I don't know if to call it sensitive or what, but
Just
she
say.
doesn't create that time or doesn't realize that probably you also need attention. Men
Like
need
the big
attention, by
baby
the
needs
way.
attention.
Like, have you,
Absolutely.
question, Mr. Mysterious, have you let her know that she is neglecting you, that she's abandoning you, that she's forgotten you? Have you let
Neglecting
her
is a good
know?
word, actually.
Sorry?
Neglecting is a good word that
Yeah.
you use.
Have you let her know that she's neglected you? Am I, you're waiting for Jesus to tell her?
So the next question then should be, how then do you guide or how then do you correct ladies without them taking offense? Because any moment you raise this up and you start this discussion, she blows up the whole thing and feels like you are wrong and, you know. But many times we really want to open up and say, I think this is not right. I think you are giving too much attention to the things you do and your work and the babies. But how do we do it? Most men end up in other people's arms. I'm speaking for them, trust me.
And I do agree with you on that. And I do agree because I've heard about that. And that's why I'm saying some things just happen. Not that you intended it for it to happen, but I'll
No,
take
no.
back what Diana said, but it's calculated.
But where do you know where the problem now ends up? This thing will start as a small thing, as the go-to person you're saying. Before you know it, it gets to other levels, and I mean it goes all out. So I think I'll throw this challenge to the ladies tonight.
And we're going to have a discussion on it. When you drop off, we're going to actually, the three of us, we're going to give an opinion on how ladies can do better, and even men, because sometimes it could be the reverse.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thank you for that, sir. Now, ladies, you have heard. I've seen the calls, people. I'm going to pick, but let's first answer this. There is a challenge of people feeling being neglected, and we're talking about reasons why people cheat. Maybe we didn't mention this, but some people are neglected. Some people's conjugal rights are not being met. Some people, they're no longer as intimate. And when I'm talking about intimacy, it's just not intimate in the bedroom, but the connection.
Yeah, the
all the 5
connection.
levels of intimacy.
The
touch.
vibe.
It's no longer there.
The vibe
And
is
slowly
not
by
there.
slowly, some people have drifted apart. And this is why you hear people having office space. This is why people are having an affairs. And I like what this man has put across. He is not physically intimate. And there are many men out there or women who find themselves, they have befriended people just because you needed someone to talk to. Because, hey, Dana is always working late. she's not available. Oh, Dennis is not there for me. Oh, Barbara is not there for Nebuchadnezzar. All she thinks about is the baby, the twins, the what. We have forgotten our partners. If we are honest with ourselves, we might say cheating is a choice. But if we think about it, and if we are honest with ourselves, there are certain mistakes we have done to our spouses that have pushed them. Yes, I'm not, please don't get me wrong. I am not justifying anyone cheating before you come throwing stone at me. But there are certain reasons we have pushed our partners to other people's arms. So how best? And the problem, I'll start by calling out, and I want all of us, three of us, to give an opinion on how best someone can approach their partner. One, before I start saying it, people who are married, people who are in relationships and have been there for a long time, the problem they have is a lot of familiarity. And I feel like familiarity brings a lot of contempt in the relationship. Familiarity makes someone says, you feel like they know you. That by the time I tell Karigo, I'm not happy. So why are you happy? Kitu kidogo kama hiyo inakukasirisha. You've had people say that. Yet this person is articulating, I have noticed you've not taken care of me. I've noticed you're neglecting me. And we don't take things. I would like to just urge anyone, both men and women, because it cuts across. Don't be very quick to dismiss your partner's concerns, your partner's complaints. Because I've had some people say, this man can nag. Ni mwanaume tu. I have children. He can't see that. And I also see women fighting like, you should understand. No. I think that we need to open up, even for men. Don't spend so much time at the office. You might be very careful. Your security guard will help you be talking to this woman. The butcher man will help you. So I'm feeling like we need to start. If your partner addresses an issue, be very open to it. And then if you have a family, you're a family person, for me, I would say, try, make time for each other. And when I talk about each other, I'm not saying you and all your ninjalets and your children and you take that family time. Your time is you and your partner, you and your spouse, not you and all your children.
That's very
not
important.
You going to eat bouncing cancer. That is time for the babies and the family. Differentiate family time and time for you and him.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, darling?
That's very true about that, because, and something I will say is people should learn to communicate, because I've come to realize from our very last anonymous caller, there is that aspect of communication.
Exactly.
And then I think people assume this thing, then it gets worse, because, somebody, my person tells me this, I brush it off. Then, it piles up, then he goes like, hata Diana nikimwambia kuna kitu atafanya. She won't change. She won't listen to me. I think there's this phrase of marry your best friend. Like when you people have learned to communicate effectively from the very start of a relationship, by the time you get to 10 years, 17 years, you people know how to communicate well. If I'm not happy, you need to listen to me.
You can see my expression.
Yes, you can read somebody's expression and the attitude. This person, uya kuwangi hivi. Definitely there is something.
If you're hearing those pots and pans making noise, like things are bad.
Yes.
She's not happy.
So people should not, I don't know if it's fear or what, but if you're my person, we
don't marry people we are compatible with.
We should.
We don't partner up. We are
and I think that's why maybe some of us are not yet married, because we're looking for
like
that compatibility.
I don't disagree. Like the gentleman who said he's happy when he's single. That's how I feel. I sleep at night very well.
Yes.
I wake up very well because I know no one is cheating on me.
Yes.
But it's true. But the one thing that I've come to realize is that, and this is both falls on men and women.
Yes, both of them.
I like what Duchess and both of you have said in terms of compatibility and communicating.
Yes.
Compatibility is something we really overlook.
Thank you.
We
underrate
it beyond words. Communication, of course, we sing and we dream and we speak about communication. But there's something that I read in your article, and it was the whole aspect of how we struggle to prevail between the judgment of love and betrayal. Why do we not find it easy to choose love, but we choose betrayal?
Thank you.
Because we have normalized cheating. We have normalized it as a society.
I'm doing this because so-and-so is not
doing
this.
this. And then we think, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be caught. Who will catch me? How will they know?
I'm
speaking as a woman because I know women who cheat and they're never caught. I see them. I'm like, if you only knew what your wife is doing or your partner. But you see, it's that struggle to prevail between what is right, what is wrong. But then you know it. You know what is love. You know what is honesty. You know what is betrayal. But you still go ahead and make the choice to betray. That one, I have no answer for it.
Very unfortunate indeed. Hello, Spice.
Hello, Mugeni.
Mgeni yini mzima. Are you staying anonymous or can we call your name?
I call it as possible.
Joseph, what are your thoughts about the conversation?
Okay, according to the conversation, okay, when I come to the point, naunga mkono ule jamaa ambaye alisema to be single. Unajua mnatublame sisi vijana why we are still single up to now.
Hata kuna mademu wako single, they've been cheated on.
Yeah. Sawa, lakini tumeprefer vijana. Kuna wale vijana ambao tuko na shida moja. We have a big problem. Tuko na ile selfishness. Yenye okay, like mimi wacha niseme basi, sitaki nijumlishe wengine, labda wengine hapo. Kama mimi niko na shida moja, nikipenda msichana napenda ile kwa roho yote kabisa. Kiasi ya kwamba can hurt. I can do anything that is not good, that can disobey God. So shida moja, up to now I'm still asking God, where are the girls wa kitambo, wale wasichana ambaye upeli ukimpata unapata ni identity yake. But the problem now of girls that of now, paka inatushinda hata kupata sahi, ni ile you get a girl ana pretend kukua another lady ambaye si yeye.
Do you know why they do that?
Yes.
Here's the thing that I do, and I'm going to give it to you. When someone asks, what kind of man are you looking for, or what kind of woman? The problem you people do is you start saying the kind of woman you're looking for. So a Karigo out there, a Diana out there, a Barbara changes to be that kind of girl that you said you wanted on the list. Then after 6 months, Sale umengia box. She goes back to factory setting of who she is. Because you already... Stop telling people who you want. See for yourself.
Okay, Karigo. Kidogo. Okay. Thank you.
Ni Barbara, si Karigo.
Oh, Barbara.
Yes.
Barbara. I'm sorry, madam. Okay, the problem is Karigo. Barbara. You know, the problem with the ladies of now, yani shida ni kwamba, yani the ladies of now, they are too cheap paka kiasi ya kwamba unashinda. Unajua kitambo ulikuwa kikatia demo yani ni mgumu paka unashinda ulete formula gani, unaona? Lakini kama okay example, there is a day I wanted to mingle with a girl somewhere. Na alikuwa rika tu mzuri tu. When I went to the hotel, nitisha chai with some chapati, but it was a kibanda tu ndogo tu. Lakini sasa I wanted to approach a certain girl there because alikuja na pia kukula. Sasa wakati nilimkatia hivi na akaingia haraka tu box pani kashinda, oh God, what kind of this?
Si alikuwa nasikia njana, alikuwa kwa hoteli, alidhani utalipa bill.
Sasa alikuwa
you are looking for women in the wrong place and then you want to blame others.
Alikuwa anataka ndio bill, sawa, nikamnunulia, sawa. Haya, after naingia box nikata kumjua character. You know, sometimes men tunawaekanga ndoani lakini amjuangi. Tunawaeka ndoani, yani be yourself, Barbara.
Yes?
Barbara.
Yes?
Barbara.
Yes, I'm listening to you, my darling.
Be yourself.
I am always myself in the flesh.
Yeah.
And sometimes myself is too much for men. And I know. I am not everyone's cup of tea. But about women, they are still there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they are still there.
Yeah.
You have just been looking at the wrong place, or it's not at your time. Like me, I know a very good woman. She's somewhere in the MCR around here. Another one. They are still. There's another one even in this studio.
SpiceFM.co.ke. Tune in and see, please.
It was you. I didn't say it was you.
Sasa Barbara, msitubuleme kwa nini tunakaa single. Okay, tuna avoid consciousness. Ni kama yani tuseme ugonjwa wa moyo. Tunatafuta, many of men we are seeking medicine, unaona? Ni kama tunatafuta dawa ya moyo lakini hatupati. So
has anyone ever cheated on you?
We prefer to be single because tunaona hata yani una feel kama uko na peace of mind, because ukiangalia partner labda ama umemingle na dem fulani anakupea stress, unamtext karibu mara 5 haja kutext hata moja, mpaka unashindwa anaongea na mtu mwingine ama ni because
niko job
Tuko site msee, tuko site.
Sawa, Barbara useme uko job, hata useme tu hi dear, at least niko job, lakini you are quiet kabisa. Wewe hata kama ni binadamu normal utafeel aje Barbara?
Sawa Joseph, but Joseph, can I ask you a question? Has someone ever cheated on you?
Yeah?
Has someone ever cheated on you? Kuna mtu alikudanganya ama alikudanganya na mwanaume mwingine?
Mimi sijapata. Bado.
Joseph, I have a question for you. Kwani huwa umiss kupendwa?
Okay. na feel but sasa niliambia Mungu I hold kwanza my feelings, because unaweza angukia dunia sasa hii, unaweza angukia ugonjwa.
Okay, asante sana.
You know, Diana,
Yeah.
there's something this gentleman has said,
Yes.
and it's all around cheating and being single. And I was telling Duchess yesterday that when I was in the car park, there was a lady who was convincing her boyfriend or her husband or whoever he was, aki nimekuwa job, niamini, nimekuwa job. And you know, I was like, has she been cheating on him so much that he can't even believe?
Or maybe the
that-
man is insecure.
Or maybe the man is insecure. But when we come back, so we're almost going,
Yes.
right? When we come back, I want you to kindly share with us those subtle signs. You know, those 2 signs that we don't see, we don't notice, or
Or we ignore.
we ignore of what cheating looks like, both for men and women.
If you're just joining in, this is SpiceFM. The show is The Adults in the Room. We're talking to Diana MAKOKHA, a Nairobian columnist. And today's conversation is why cheating is not a mistake. I'd like you to plug into this conversation through our social media handles, SpiceFM KE, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Remember, our WhatsApp line is 01102888162. Esther, you typing 01102888162, and of course, you can call in on 0719012600. We are the adults in the room.
Spice up your life. Spice.
The show is The Adults in the Room. It's exactly 30 minutes past 9 o'clock, and we are having a conversation whether cheating is a choice or a mistake. I'd like you to plug into this conversation through social media handles, SpiceFM KE on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Remember, you can opine on the conversation through our socials also, or our WhatsApp line on 01102888162. Hello, Spice.
Again.
Are you staying anonymous?
Siwezi kuwa anonymous.
Okay, sawa Baba Wanda.
Acha niongee kama Baba Wanda sasa. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Baba Wanda. Ama Mama Wanda showed up. Blink twice.
Bado jalala, yeye bado anafanya kazi zake za kumalizia. Mimi niko kwa kitanda.
Okay.
Sasa mimi nasema hivi. Nalipata.
Kupata tunakusikiza, endelea.
Sasa kama unajua most of the current generation wana hawajui penye wanafish. Hao wanaenda wanafish tu mtu any fish from the lake. Na kufish you have to be specific. Either you want a tilapia or you want a salamander. So the fish you choose is up to you. Even the water penye unachoose hiyo fish yako. Sasa pengine wewe umetoa fish yako kwa sewage, ni mud fish pengine.
Really?
Na pengine mimi nimecheza Lake Victoria. Sasa unatofautia, tunaona pengine fresh water lake ama salt water lake. No. You have to be specific. As you start the journey to choose a fish, you go where you deem possible, and you ask God for guidance in choosing where to select your fish.
Okay, thank you for that, sir. Now, as Bambawanda was talking, it reminded me of a conversation that we picked a call. I want to pick that and Babawanda, and I want to hear from you ladies, and more so you, Diana. He's talking about maybe people don't know who they're fishing or where they fish. And then there was a gentleman who was talking about out here you don't find real women. I want to talk about reality because sometimes I've had people say they cheated or they found themselves in situations of infidelity because the partner changed, because the partner is not who they are. And then also we talked about the matters of people being boring along the way, or you're thinking this is not what I signed up for. When we talk about partners being real, do you think in our society today we are ready for the real Karigo? We are ready for the real Barbara? And if the real Barbara was to come out on the table as a lady, do you think the Kenyan man is ready for that real fish? Kama mimi ni wa mad fish,
Or the
tilapia,
African
or the
man.
African man. Do you think they are ready for us?
I don't think they
And
are.
because sometimes this is why they cheat. They think we are not real.
Yeah.
And I just came out.
You know that thing, that issue of wife material, that those people, actually a good percentage of, let me just say men,
Yes.
they believe a wife material is somebody who does, they have their own person in mind.
It's a script their grandmothers told them.
Yes.
Eh.
She needs to bend, she's washing, she's cooking 62 chapatis, you doing this, she's breastfeeding, and she also needs to go
She's
and
super
grab-
mom, super woman.
Yes. You are human being, we are human beings. And then that those things, they have some stereotype about a woman, like
Yeah.
a wife material should not wear a knee-high skirt.
Yeah.
Huyo ni whatever.
Mm.
Yes. A wife material should not go out and have fun. Like me, I'm married, I should not call you and we go out and have fun and go back to the house. We are maribika. Can't marry such a woman.
Yes.
So I think they're not ready for the real. There's that caller who said, wanawake wa siku hizi si wa real. They want me to go there and pretend.
They want to take
To
you out
please
and-
him.
because they're saying they want to take you out for tea.
Yes.
And then when you reach there, you ask for a chaser. What happens?
Yeah, we see, this is not a wife material. This Winnie Levy.
Eh.
Somebody is just judging
Anapenda
somebody, a
pombe
person
sana.
with a glass of wine or a glass of whiskey. The person is judging this person because, they went for coffee apparently, and this lady, itishadu galimanagu, like, ai, uyanakula sana.
Ninja too.
So they say they want a strong woman, but they're not. There's that caller who said, the wife does this and this and this. Everybody wants to marry a strong woman.
Yes.
A woman who is working. She's a CEO. She drives this. She's
A
running
mother.
businesses.
But,
She's a good mother.
yes.
Yeah.
But now at the end of the day, now she's tired.
Yeah.
See
And
what
I
happened?
like what you've said about that. Everyone wants that superwoman. Everyone that wants that wife material. But the problem is we need to understand that when it comes with wife material, there's a place where she will drop the ball. And unfortunately, dropping the ball could be neglecting you.
You see?
Dropping
Yeah.
the ball
Yeah.
could be neglecting the family.
Yeah.
Dropping the ball could be neglecting her work.
I don't disagree.
Yes, so I feel like we are not perfect, and also for the men, vice versa. And I'm
Yeah.
not defending any woman, but I also want people to understand when you're looking for that white material, that superwoman, there are days that they will drop the ball. They will not be that picture perfect that you're looking for.
In fact, it's very good you've brought that up, Duchess, because more often than not, the men, it's so crazy, Diana. We were talking about men being in the delivery room. And very many of them were like, I can't.
Even me, I don't want my man in the delivery room.
Yeah, I
No,
want
thank you.
you.
I
Yeah.
don't want.
But however, in this conversation, the man wants the perfect woman. He wants her to be perfect, right, in it, to have it all together.
Mama assembly.
However, church lady, but
Choir mistress.
it's exhausting. It's very tiring. So, what part do they contribute? Where do they fall in place? Where do we say they've played a part? And please remind us to give us the subtle signs of somebody cheating.
Yes.
Because I've realized that a woman might be outside there and she's assuming she's giving her man the full package. Oh, I work at SpiceFM. I have a good job. I'm good with my family. I have good friends. I'm faithful. I'm loyal. But maybe our times, our schedules don't ambatana. So we keep crossing each other, but we try to do the communication as much as possible. But for a man, this is a woman he can take home. See, they want women who are working. Ama, so that's what they say. They want women who are working.
Yeah.
Yes.
But at what point do I sit and I realize and I understand, hiya, kumbe I'm not the full package. Kumbe there's been somebody who's been filling in the extra parts that I've not been giving. How can I know? But me, I'll know. But how can other women know?
Look at you.
I think everyone knows their person.
Yeah.
Everyone knows their person. When there is a slight change, they will know.
We just opt to ignore.
I think so, because me, I was okay. I'll give an example. I was once in a relationship,
Yes.
and every time this person cheated,
You knew?
I knew what, and I will tell him, I know there is somebody.
How did you know?
People change. Like the phone is always there. They're always on the phone. This person wants to look good every time they're going out.
And they no longer make an effort to look good for you.
Sometimes they want to get irritated over very small issues.
And how they
Something
smell.
petty.
so that they can leave the house.
And how they smell?
Yeah. Sorry.
How they smell?
They want
You
to
and
look
this
nice.
smelling of people.
I'm telling you, Duchess. These men, when they start
I'm not
not
going to-
smelling
You'll
of
know
sweat.
somebody, even your kid, you'll know when your kid.
Who are
is-
you people dating? They're always smelling of
No,
sweat.
you know there's always like a
Hata
smell
watu
you
wa mjengo
have.
unuka vizuri.
Wacha
They
nikwambie,
shower.
kuna aka kamnuko uko nako if you've been working all day.
Yes.
True or false?
Yes. True.
They
Now
smell
you
nice.
come and you start smelling of Aquafresh, fresh gel. Like seriously.
Some people should not.
I'm going to say this. If you're ever caught with Karigo, please, this is not, please. no
Wacha
one should quote me.
kuchoma.
If you use what is it called? A lotion in your house called SpiceFM, go and buy SpiceFM lotion and put it also in the
By
other
the way,
house.
please
So
do.
that you
That's-
smell the same. You avoid these things.
I
Karigo's
hear
talking
that's
about.
what people do.
That's
Actually.
what they do. They put
Because,
those things in their clandestine houses so they
that
smell
they-
consistent.
So that there is.
So
that
you have the
consistency.
same.
So you have
But
the
yeah, as
same.
you're talking about the subtle signs, and I also would like to plug in on one of the callers, something they said today. I've seen the callers and I'll be picking some of them. I've noticed there's an element of trauma that comes with cheating. Some people have said they want to remain single
You see.
because of that aspect of cheating.
cheating.
Some people, because of other people's trauma, they're afraid to date. But I want to look at cheating in like a 360 approach.
Yeah.
There's a trauma that comes with it, and the element of betrayal, broken trust, which is very bad. But also, as much as we call it, it's not a mistake, it's a choice. I feel like in some families, and I'm going to say some,
Yes.
cheating has actually made certain relationships grow.
Okay.
I don't know if you're getting
Yeah.
me. There are people who, when their partner found out things went haywire, they knew their life is over, the relationship is over, they turned around 360. So yes, it could be a trauma for some people, but I feel that in also certain relationships, it has helped the relationship grow. They have moved from one step to another. Some people say that cheating is the ultimate betrayal. They can't have it.
Yeah,
You cheat,
it's
you
like
go.
the deal
That is
breaker,
okay. It's a deal breaker. But if we're honest with ourselves, between us, we might know someone or two people who have gone through this process, and that cheating of their spouse has actually been life-changing to their relationship, and they're in a better place right now. What are your thoughts about that?
It's very true, because especially when maybe somebody has cheated and then they're caught.
Yes.
There's that notion of my person will never.
Yes.
Huyo wangu haezi, Then you're just there relaxing because your person can never do that. The moment you find out, it'll be alert.
Yes.
Be like, okay, so this person can also do that.
Yes.
And then maybe there's somebody
It
who
makes you very cautious, alert to things around your environment.
Yes, because sometimes people just relax. And then maybe to a victim maybe who was caught, maybe he knew or they knew they will never be caught. When they're caught, I think might be remorseful, and they'll work on. Okay, they'll have a conversation with that person. Okay,
Of course.
I did this because
Yeah, it's
of
not
this
it's not
and
going
this.
to be easy. That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. But I feel it has changed
It
some
has
marriages
some
or
marriages,
relationships.
Yes, because somebody will sit down, Mama, okay, or Baba Nani, I did this and this and this because you are not giving me audience. It might change for the better. Like I did this and this and this, you found out because this and this was not happening. You were not taking me out for coffees. You're not taking me out for dinner.
You neglected us.
Yeah, we were not going out for
Movies.
movies and
Picnics,
so
concerts.
I felt
Men, I hope you're paying attention. These two women have been talking about dinners, coffees. Clearly, women want these things to be done more.
Yes,
And what are you people doing about men? Can
We
you go?
are waiting to receive. Then when we receive, we
Shetani
reciprocate.
ashindwe. No.
We reciprocate accordingly. And then they fail to be in the delivery room, but it's okay.
No,
We'll reciprocate.
No.
people should just pay attention.
As reciprocation is happening, I think also the other gender should make an effort. And when I talk about the the other gender, it could be the man or the woman. Many a times it's always someone in a relationship making the extra effort. And then someone is always not doing their work. So if you've realized, if today I feel like if you realize you're the one who's been receiving, you have that kettle approach, how about you serve it back? Because I feel like it needs to have a balance. And if it doesn't, there's going to be a problem.
I agree. But the thing that keeps running in my mind is this. Is cheating a phase? Some people who say that cheating is a phase. They say like these younger people these people who got married when they were in their early 20s and now they're still together in their 30s. Now it's like something just happens to them. And now they're just feeling sweet. How? And they say it's a phase. It will pass.
Itaisha. Just stay with the man.
Yeah.
But you try as a woman, you'll be left.
Thing I would like also to say is don't do something you know very well you want to do for good. If you want to be taking me out, I'll still go back to coffee,
yes,
and dinner and movies. If you know that we want to be doing that, please don't do it when we're dating, because that is something that I'll expect.
Start as you intend to finish. I like saying that. But here's the problem. Many of us are coming from a place of where we are doing that to woo you. We are going that. You remember when this man said people send their representatives? It's true. Even you, when you're going for the first date, you'll dress up. Like someone today told us she's going for a date, and she looks so hot. By the way, she looks very nice because she has a hot after that. Yes, she has a date after work. After the show,
at least he's accommodating my schedule.
You see, so
chances of cheating.
I feel like
very minimal.
as much as we want to say start as you intend to finish, the reality is, Diana, it is not going to drop those flowers every day.
That's true.
Not every day.
Even consistency.
Yes.
The reality
Don't
is
stop
not
doing it like you're not doing it, Kabisa.
the thing is, the reason why, and I was talking to a friend of mine who was telling me, Barbara, we do that. What do people do? Think about it. You don't want him to stop, but what are you stopping? We are the ones who have headaches. We are the ones, the baby. We're the ones who have a lot of. You want to sleep early? We have stopped. When the relationship started, we were up and about.
We don't even wear lingerie anymore.
You can't blame us. It's cold.
We want to wear stockings on our
socks.
head.
I don't wear stockings, but I overdress to bed. So let's story for another day.
I would like wear a stocking because there's nothing that can hold my braids.
So
Honest to
stocking.
God, yeah. And
Do you wear anyways? I'm done with this girl. If you're just joining in, we are the adults in the room and we are asking you, do you think cheating is a mistake or cheating is a choice? I'd like to sample some of your views. So remember to go to our social media handles, SpiceFM KE on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. And of course, our WhatsApp line is 011-012-600. I see people on the WhatsApp saying, I agree with this particular guest. Thank you, Dan. At least unaona wameanza kukupenda. And 0719-012-600 is the number to call. Are you traumatized by that cheating, or did cheating help you? Or are you one of those people that it's the ultimate betrayal? She cheats, she goes. He cheats, she goes. Or if you're honest with yourself, he's cheated number 27 times and you're still with him.
Spice up your life. Spice.
It's 11 minutes to the top of the hour and we are asking you, do you think cheating is a choice or a mistake? 0719-012-600 is the number to call. 011-02-88-162 is our WhatsApp line.
The fact that you mentioned being the devil's advocate means that you know it's wrong. Doesn't matter under what conditions you cheated. Cheating is wrong, sinful, and savage. Whatever experience you want, let's have it together. Relationships don't get boring. It's people who hide their true kinky selves from their partners only to realize they can't stay without the kinky adventures.
Usikasirike juu ya cheating, amejam. You don't get upset. Hi, darling. Someone cheat on you today, you're not talking. And then you have a nice voice.
How are you? Hi, guys.
We are well. Would you like to stay anonymous or can we call your name?
Anonymous.
Kwelea, what are your thoughts today?
First of all, what do you define as cheating? Is person A sleeping with person XYZ cheating? Person A not taking person B on coffee dates cheating, and taking other people cheating? Define it.
Liam?
And honestly, I believe for someone to cheat, it is a choice, because personally, it means that one, you're not mature enough to talk and say where the problem is or where the problem are. Two, you don't respect your partner enough to sit down and talk to them. Three, you're not good at communicating. And you just want to have your way.
Is that it?
You are quiet.
Because we are paying attention before we respond. That's why I said, is that it? Can we now respond?
You can respond. Okay.
Okay, fine. I'll drop you on the call so that the ladies can have a say. Is that okay? Or you want to stay on the call?
No, it's fine.
Okay, thank you, dear. Now, I want to imagine this person, and I know this person, and I don't know why he's asking you to define cheating, because I know he knows what cheating is. So, and I know you're still on the call, so you can hear me. You know what cheating is, my dear. Yes. We've talked about physical cheating. We've talked about emotional cheating. We've talked about cheating in form of flirting. And there's something he's mentioned, that what about if you're taking someone to a coffee, you're not taking your person to the coffee dates, but you're taking other people. Don't you think that's already a problem? Yes, I've seen you've just dropped when I asked that question. I've seen you. Ladies, what are your thoughts about? I feel that is surely the fact that you know that Dennis is supposed to be taking Diana for a date. Karigo is supposed to be spending time with Kevin, and now she's not doing that. She's spending time with my Nebuchadnezzar. Don't you think already that time you're spending, you know it is wrong? And that's what he's asking. Is that cheating?
I think cheating should be emotionally, because if I have a friend, just a friend, who's taking me out for coffee.
Yeah.
We've just gone out for coffee or lunch.
Meaning, normally when Dennis asks you to go for coffee, you don't go with him, but you've gone with a friend. And he's saying, if I don't take you for coffee, but I take other people. That's what he was asking. So I thought it was a bit personal, but can we help him?
Because he's not taking his person,
Yes.
but he's taking other people.
Yes.
Then it means the time that he's supposed to spend with his people or his person he's spending with somebody else who is not his.
Yeah.
You know, this time.
So you're stealing or cheating away from their time.
Yeah. You cheat. Actually, you're stealing.
But then
their
you know you
time.
can cheat on time.
Yes.
And many people we cheat our bosses or employers on time.
Yeah.
That is cheating. When you're supposed to be working your own online.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be working, you're running your own side shows.
Yeah.
You're cheating your boss. So if you think about it, you could also be
Your
cheating
time.
your time of your partner.
No, I don't disagree, because you see, at the end of the day, if you're partners, you're meant to be spending time together,
Yes.
right?
Then when you have a moment,
when you have a
they have to be a
moment,
priority.
exactly. But if you're having a scenario whereby John is not coming home by 8 p.m. because he went on a coffee date with Barbara at 8
Not
p.m.
that he's not
He's not working.
Not that he's not working.
not that he's in traffic.
You get, and he's not even communicating. That's some unfaithfulness. It might not be emotional or physical,
But time.
but it's consciously. It's eventually it builds up into emotions.
And especially if it's repetitive.
Exactly.
Yeah, as you said, because remember I said if it's something you're doing very repetitive,
every
you've
other time.
calculated it,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And you're also waiting and anticipating it. Like in the back of your mind, you know, if I tell Barbara, let's go at 10 p.m., she'll kubali. That's cheating.
Mister, you know the answer. Hello, Spice. Hello, Spice.
Hello, SpiceFM.
How are you, sir? Do you want to stay anonymous, or would you like to say your name?
I may say my name. Let me say it because I'm a known person anyway. I'm Jonah. My name is Jonah Simba. I'm a blind man.
Hi, Jonah.
I
Thank
ran
you for making time to call us.
Yes, I run a similar show on Science TV. You know Science TV?
Yes, I do.
I run a show every Wednesday at 8 and I talk about these things. They are healthy for me personally and they are healthy for all of us. Now, let me make a comment. If you go to YouTube, you'll see my wedding. I wedded in 2014. Lovely wedding. Love is Blind Stroke Citizen TV. But I was left. The beginning of this year I was left. Reason, habituation. You know, we just became too used to each other, even though we are working hard to coming back to each other. But it hurts me so much. You know, it's easier for ladies to be cheated on. For a man to be cheated on, it's so tough, I assure you. We are not, a man can marry several wives, but a woman to have two men, it's tricky. I don't know. That's what I would say, habituation. And then you've spoken of issues to do with sex, hygiene. Hygiene, very key. Sometimes when we marry, our wives forget you need to keep on, keeping the house very clean and smelling nice. I like that about the scent psychology. I'm blind myself, but I operate with scent. When there is good scent around me, I feel happiness and I feel love coming in. And then there's the issue of parenting and the issues of finances. All these things, they just push you away, especially if your finances are not good enough, or there are some men who are richer than you, then you're in trouble. What do you do? This is 2022. That's what I can say for now.
Thank you for that, Jonah. And I'd just like to ask just one question. You have
Yes,
said it is more difficult for a man when he's cheated on than a woman.
Yes.
Why would you say that? Because I feel that either way, depending on their pain threshold, depending on whether it's their ultimate betrayal, they're all humans at the end of the day, and they feel the pain. Why do you feel the men are inclined to be more in pain than women?
I mean, it's natural. Just look at it. You may find 2, 3 women married to one man. Even in some cultures and in some religions, most of our cultures, they are not against polygamy. Okay, Diana spoke about, there's a difference between polygamy and cheating, but I think this also goes into issues of sex, It's easier for a woman, to be in a relationship naturally, where they are sharing one man. Are you still online?
Yes,
Hello?
we are. Yes, we are listening.
Yes. But for a man to imagine, it's psychologically torturing. If you want a man to just lose it completely, show him that you're cheating. A woman can notice that the man was cheating, and they can still be okay. Somehow they can manage to talk it out. But men keep things on the inside, and they keep, bringing in the pictures, especially if you are caught red-handed by a man. That is a picture that looks like the delivery room. You will be traumatized for good. You won't forget.
Jonah, I want you to stay on the line. My producer is going to get your contact. I want to have this conversation with you on another day, one-on-one. Stay on hold because I need to end this particular show. My producer will be with you. Thank you for everyone who called in on the show. I am seeing your calls. Unfortunately, I do not have the time to pick all of them. To all of you who contributed on the socials, I have seen your WhatsApp line. Thank you very much. Now you've written 01102 88162. I have learnt it. It needs to be very slow. Diana, in 10 seconds, what do you have to say?
Okay, people should just learn to accommodate each other. People should not ignore those signs, those red flags. Then they reach somewhere along the way, and then they say, okay, this one got boring, that's why I went to do anything or something with so and so. So people should marry their friends. People should be in relationships with people they are compatible with, so that they cannot go out there to look for other people.
Thank you for that, darling. If you want more conversations and to see Diana's article, plug into the Nairobian this particular Friday. You will not get disappointed. See you tomorrow, my darlings. It's good night and God bless you. Mwah!
Spice.